everyone, it's the Peanut from the Peanut Brewery, and today is Wednesday, so happy Homebrew Wednesday. Peanut here from the Peanut Brewery. Hope that you're having an amazing Homebrew Wednesday. So let's start with a homebrew because that's what it's all about. This is the Kent Reminiscing 2, which is the one with a little bit of crystal in it. It's been around for 7 months now. Nice and carbonated. A nice rich colour to it. So this was Brambling Cross, Marisotta and a little crystal. Not too bad on the clearance front. It's been sitting for a while. I was emptying some of the boxes and I found it in the box. Nicely chilled. It's got the fizz of a lager and the background taste of a nice bitter. It's quite nice. I like that one. That one's really good. Oh. Dottie's come to say hello. There is no stopping her now. She's what, 12 weeks? Say hello, Dottie. Yeah, anyway, let's move on before I become a strange cat man. Okay, she's just going to lay there. So what did I think we're going to talk about today? There's not a lot to talk about. I'd like to catch up on some of the comments that I had. So let's go through. March the 11th, I did one. And I got a few comments around using milk as a label sticker, as you know. Just wanted to point out Rookie Brew. When he renewed his vows, he labelled 100 bottles of beer for renewing his vows, which I was like, oh, that's really kind of sweet. And what he did was he used an old spray bottle and he sprayed the milk onto the back of it, so didn't use a great deal. It's worth knowing. So Christian Brew Bear wanted to see the showdown, which we did last week, and we'll have a little go. The other thing that we talked a little bit about was using an urn as your brew. And a couple of people pointed me towards the Old Farts Brewery. I think it's the Old Farts Brewery, of which I've had a look at, and that was really interesting. And lots of comments. Pizza Down Under, Ross Fillimore, Andy's Pet, Strat, all talked about making sure that the thermostat, if you've got a thermostat in the urn, it will obviously get it to temperature and then it will stop and then it'll go back. So I did a little bit of research online and I found an urn that heats up to 110 degrees. So if the thermostat is kicking out at 110 degrees, then I would imagine there's a 10-degree difference in the thermostat. So it should consistently boil at 100. Other than that, as everybody else has said, bypass the thermostat. Which I've been looking online. Does seem to be an easy thing to do, but we'll have a little look. Andy's Pet also talked a little bit about priming. He talked about putting the 150 grams of sugar into the empty bottling bucket and then a little hot water to dissolve the sugar. That's exactly what I did with that clone. And I've had the clone subsequently and it still hasn't carved up. It's not unpleasant. It's a bit like I think I said, it's a bit like the Budweiser 66, which is very lightly carved. And I quite like that. We had a few comments around the label showdown. I'm glad that some people found it useful. I hope people saw it as a little bit tongue-in-cheek. It's, you know, no matter what label you put on, I think it's going to come off. But I have to say, overly impressed with milk. So my next label sticking adventure will be with milk. So where next? What are we going to do? I've got all the kit to make up another batch of the smash. I changed the hops to Munich or Vienna. No, sorry, I changed the malt to Vienna or Munich, I believe. I'm going to keep in the Brambling Cross. I've just got to get some yeast for it. I've got some yeast in the fridge, and I took some of the cloche yeast, but I can't see the yeast layer on the wash, and I'm wondering if I've missed it because I left too much liquid in the bottom of the fermenting bucket. But as I say, ow, cat, I do have some other harvested yeast, but I think it's been in there 9 to 12 months, and I don't think it's going to do anything. But I might get it out and see if I can get the starter running, but also get a dried or a liquid yeast in for the smash. I can't remember what I used last time. I think I used a number 2 ale. So I might see if there's something a little bit exotic and see if it will change the taste and see if we come up with anything nice. So that's me. What about you? What are you all up to? I'm assuming that you're all looking forward to the SJ Port competition. I'm certainly going to look at doing that. Most probably, I mean, mine won't get very far because I'm not as confident as everybody else. But I'm thinking London. You have to do an IPA for London. Or I might try and do something around using local Kent hops, but I'm not entirely sure what that will look like at the moment. Even if I could do the smash really well, but I don't think it would be complex enough for people to say, that's amazing. But we might give it a go. We'll see. Anyway, plans within plans, as they say. I'm just having a look to see if there were any other comments on my YouTube. Let's have a look for the 18th, which was labels. Crew Wolf, thank you very much for your comments. Grant Baker, glue stick doesn't last, interested in milk. Hanworth Homebrew, kind of disappointed that the experiment didn't work. Hanworth, you're right, it wasn't great. We might move on. Aussie Brew, always uses Pritt stick, but milk seems a good way to go. Strat commented, nice looking beer, good one on the labels. Andy's Pet, clear sellotape. Sellotape on a label seems really weird, I have to say. I mean, if you're looking for, like a bit of design and stuff like that, and then you're sticking it on with sellotape, I mean, it's all right for when it's in-house and you've got a bit of tape on it and a red pen, but this is like presentation kind of stuff, so I don't think that sellotape would work. Peter Down Under, if a beer manages to stay around my place for over a year, it's because someone has hidden it. Yeah, that's true. And Chris Meek said, I think I know why Lamo22 uses red tape and a Sharpie. Having not seen Lamo22's bottles recently, I'm going to take your word for it. So that's it. These are always about conversations. It's about having 10-15 minutes out of your day to drink a beer, talk a little bit about what you're doing. So why not leave a comment below? Let me know what you're up to. Let me know, as long as it's not a secret, what you're thinking of doing on your next competition. And, let's keep going. I'll talk to you all soon. This is a Peanut from the Peanut Brewery. And, ow, Dotty with sharp claws. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.